All right, so again, when you're inputting to Desmos, you want to make sure that you start a new blank graph. So once I'm in here, I'm going to hit plus. I'm going to add my table. I'm putting in the values from our notes on part C, example number 2. And again, we're only putting in where we have an X and a Y. So we're putting length is our X, weight is our pound. For anyone who's not paying attention, I'm assuming that you're proficient in this and that when it comes to your grade, you're happy with your grade. That's why you're not paying attention to me while I'm teaching. Okay. So I'm going to go over here. We're going to put it in. So we have 25. I'm skipping 27, 29, 31, 33, 37, 41, 43, 45, 47, 49. Those are going to be my X values. On my Y values, my weight of my fish, I have 11, 17, 20, 25, 30, 35, 41. I shouldn't have done 41 because I don't have a Y value, or X value for that. 48, 55, 73, and 85. All I've done is input my table values. Any questions on adding the values to the table? Excuse me? On what? What did I skip over 30? I should have been 25, 35. Oh, skip something. Thank you. 35. Then I should have had 48. And then I had 55. Then I had 73 and 85. Who did I not? I did not skip 45. There we go. 47. Sorry. And then delete 49. And I don't need 2 49s. All right. So Piper gave us a really good tip. If you click the little magnifying glass, it does the searching for us. And when we look at this, our graph is, it could be exponential or it could be part of a quadratic. We don't have enough information to determine whether it's exponential or quadratic, so we have to run the test for both. Does that make sense? So we're going to run the test to see whether it's a quadratic or a exponential. To determine that, quadratic, y1, ax1 squared plus bx1 plus c. Okay, so for quadratic, pretty good fit. Yeah. Now we're going to run our exponential. Y1 a b to the y1 a b to the x 1. All right. So looking between, we have 0.99991 and we have 0.9972. So which is our better fit? The quadratic. The quadratic is going to be our better model. Do we see how we used our R squared to determine that? Okay. So I'm going to delete the exponential because the quadratic is the better fit. Cool? Because it's closer to 1. Yes. All right. So after I did that, now I'm going to write my quadratic equation. So we have y equals, and I'm lazy. If I'm on the computer, I'm just going to go ahead and let the computer do the work. I'm going to just copy and paste it. X squared plus my b value x plus my c value. And there's my quadratic function. Okay. The reason why we have to do that is because otherwise we're not able to put in the table values that we need. Does that make sense? All right, so the table values that we have missing is I do not know what 27 is. So I'm going to click here, click on there, and I'm going to ask for the create a table. I need to know the value of 27. So I type in 27 and it says the value is 13.7. Do we see that? Well, 7.3. Yeah, 13.73. Yeah. I'm also missing for X values 45. So I'm going to also type in 45. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to type in 45. And it says that 45 is going to give me 64.56. So 64.6 pounds for 45. Huh? The next blank that I was missing? No, right now we're only doing our X's. So for our 27, we got 13 point, what was it? 7. And we did 45 and we got 6. Okay. Now notice this time I'm giving my Y's and I need to find my X. When you're giving your Y's, that means you're giving another quote unquote function. So to find that, we're gonna have to write it in. We can't use a table, but what we can use, we need when Y equals, and our first value is 30. So when Y equals 30, what do I get? So logically, this is one side, but the fish isn't on this side, right? It's only using one side of the quadratic. So for our Y value, when Y equals 30, how long is the fish? 35.3 inches. Do we see that? Because we're given the Y, we had to type in Y equals. And then we're going to go to the graph and see where Y equals. And it finds it. We're not using this side because if you look here, our pattern's on the right side. So now I come over here and it says Y is 30 at 35.3 inches. Okay. So we know that Y. So we end up with, this is at 35.3 inches. And I'm going to do the same thing for 41. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to type in Y equals 41. Again, we're not using the left side. We're using the right side. And Y equals 41 at 38.9, basically 39. So I'm going to write 39. So do we see how we can use that table to create our model and to fill in our missing information? Yes. Okay. That is like your bread and butter of all things you need to know for Desmos. All right.